In a world of Toyota Tundra where the negative opinions are greatly outspoken on the new generation, lots of mixed opinions on the engine, lots of horror stories that are actually real about the engines failing early on in these new generation Tundras of the Gen 3, I'm going to stand out here as an owner who's owned my 2024 Toyota Tundra for almost a year and a half, driven 25,000 miles, and have experienced 25,000 miles of reliability, enjoyment, and a solid vehicle. My name is Jackson. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you've been subscribed for a while, welcome back. I know I've done a couple of these discussion videos before on pros, cons of the ownership of my 2024 Toyota Tundra Limited, TRD Offroad, 3-inch TRD lift, all of that. You can see the specs down in the description, and also a lot of my other videos go into more details on the features of my truck, the lift, the wheel and tire setup, accessories, all that if you're interested. But in this video, I hit another milestone, 25,000 miles of owning this truck. And I want to talk about it because I had my 1-year review about a few months ago, and now I've had even more time to drive and own the truck. I've hit 25,000 miles, and it has been disastrous. Just kidding. It's been perfectly reliable. And I know there's so many loud voices and opinions out there on this new generation Tundra, lots of bad experiences, or so we think, because the people that voice those experiences are louder than the ones that do not. But I do believe that the vast majority of people are having great experiences with this new generation Tundra, including myself. I've had nothing go wrong. I've just done my regular maintenance and oil changes at a Toyota dealer, which has all been 100% covered so far within your first 2 years of ownership when buying a new truck from the factory. So I'm going to talk about things I like, things I don't like, and my experience thus far in the first 25,000 miles of owning this truck, starting with the reliability. Let's look at that engine. Now, obviously, this is one of the hottest topics of the Gen 3 Tundra, is that there's no longer the V8, which is proven reliable, one of the greatest truck engines of all time, but instead we have this twin-turbo V6 engine that does produce more power, more torque, better gas mileage, better towing, all of the above, but has had some initial issues early on, the biggest one being the main recall on over 100,000 trucks, which was a production issue, not an inherent design issue of the engine. Again, Toyota made that right. I've talked about that opinion in some of my other videos as well. But as far as this engine goes, in my opinion, so far, I am loving it. For your guys' reference, I had a 2015 Platinum Gen 2 Tundra before this, so I got to experience that V8 and everything that the Generation 2 had to offer, and I loved it. Do I regret getting a Gen 3? Absolutely not. This engine is a blast to drive. It does have more power, more get up and go, more torque. You can feel it every time you drive it, and I've had nothing go wrong yet. Now, knock on wood somewhere, right? Hopefully that continues to be the case, because I do know that people have had things wrong. I'm only 25,000 miles in. I understand that there's still a risk going forward the next 20, 30,000 miles that something could happen, but I'm a believer that Toyota still makes a good product. The inherent issues on these early generations of the Gen 3 with this engine were a manufacturing issue and not a design issue that they have since resolved. The 2024s have had way less engine issues and powertrain issues than the 22s and 23s, which is the first and second year of a remodel. Any vehicle, any brand, anywhere, if you buy the first or second year of a remodel, you're going to have some inherent issues as they're working out the bugs, right? Now, I get that it's not just a small issue when it comes to the engine and the main thing driving the vehicle, but overall, I just want to say, as one owner here, year and a half, 25,000 miles in, I'm happy with it. It's been 25,000 miles of reliability. I'm hoping that the next 25,000 miles will be the same. But I will be 100% honest with you guys if anything goes wrong, and we're going to track to that, right? Maybe I'll eat my words, hopefully not, but so far, so good. Now let's take some time to talk about things that I have loved about this truck in the first 25,000 miles of ownership, and maybe some things that I didn't love so much. Let's start with some of the things that I love, starting with the looks. Man, I bought this truck because I love the redesign, I love the way it looks. Again, that's opinion-based, right? But I do love it. I think one of the first trucks I ever truly really wanted to get was that 2016 to 2018 generation Chevy Silverado. And I think this has a lot of body resemblance of that, which is one of the reasons I like it so much. I think Toyota did a great job. I love it. The looks are phenomenal in my opinion. I never get sick of the way that I personally have it set up as well with the 35-inch tires, methods. I'll get more in depth on all that stuff in some of my past videos. I can link that down below in the description, or you can search the channel if you want more info here, or leave comments below. I'm happy to respond, and I scroll through most of the comments left on my channel and respond when I can. So feel free to ask questions as well. One of the other things I absolutely love is all the technology. I think they've done a phenomenal job with the redesign here. Obviously, we know the Gen 2 Tundra was pretty outdated, so they had to get up to speed with just this Gen 3. And I think they did just that and then more, because you get more features on this trim. My trim's the Limited. Again, it's a maxed out Limited, but when I was comparing and contrasting with other manufacturers and their trucks, Ford, Chevy, Ram, all the above, you had to go to higher trim levels to get some of the stuff that was standard here on the Limited, such as the digital rear view mirror, premium sound, etc. This big screen in the middle never gets old. I love the size of it and all the features it gets there. My kids love it in the back. They can see what song's playing. I have the digital mirror on 24/7. I don't use the normal mirror anymore. That's something I absolutely love, and the camera quality is actually really, really good. The JBL sound system bumps. This panoramic sunroof is a blast. The kids love it as well. The rear window obviously is a staple on the Tundra. Obviously, this is not necessarily a tech item, but just something that I absolutely love that Toyota does in their SUVs and their trucks. Hope that never goes away. I got everything else as well that obviously has been around for a long time, like heated and cooled seats, TRD off-road features, trailer brake assist, all that. Memory seats. What more can you want? Another thing I love is just how easily it hauls the family and everything I need it to. Obviously, any truck on the market is going to do this. They're all about the same size on the inside now. They can all do a lot of stuff, but I love the way that it's designed here. I do love the storage under the seat that Toyota has here, although it's hard to access with my car seats locked in. I do love that there's air vents going to the rear. Not all trucks that I toured when I was in the market for buying a new truck had vents in the rear, so that was a plus for me. I've got things in the back here useful for road trips, like USB and USB-C plugins and actual outlet cup holders, etc. But overall, I do really like the way that everything's laid out back here. I know everybody pretty much does that well now, but just sharing my opinions that I do like the way that this hauls the whole family. With everything that I love about this truck, obviously it's going to come a few drawbacks and things that I don't like as well. And honestly, for me, that comes down to some of the details that I think hopefully continue to get worked out as the model years of this generation continue, because it's things that really should not be issues on a truck of this cost or caliber. Like the back window rattles when it goes down at speeds or bumps. You can really hear it rattling in there when you have that down. I still have that wind whistle coming through my driver's side mirror at high speeds, anything over like 55, 60 miles an hour. I talked about how I was going to fix that in this very first video a year and a half ago when I got this truck. Haven't gotten around to it yet. I do tone it out more, but it's still there. It exists. A couple technology things I mentioned. While I love the tech, which I absolutely do for the most part, there's a couple gimmicks, like the memory seat not always remembering when you start the car and you have to press the button manually to get it back. Sometimes the Apple CarPlay for me is a little weird connecting, and I have to disconnect and reconnect again. Again, not all the time, and it's just small details, but things that I think should not be issues moving forward as they continue to work out the bugs. I'm 3 years in, so I would have hoped that things like that would have been worked out by now on a $70,000 truck, but lo and behold, here we are. Overall, my list of things I like and don't like about this truck is longer, and I could go on for a while, but we're going to have to save some of that content for future videos as well. 25,000 miles in, I've experienced 25,000 miles of reliability with my 2024 Toyota Tundra, and that's something I want to make known in the light of all of the negative and pessimistic opinions, horror stories that are actually real, right? But I feel like a lot of people form opinions just based on those voices that are loud out there. So I'm trying to be here, be a loud voice of somebody who's having a good time with their 2024 Tundra, telling you it's a good truck, telling you not to be afraid of buying one if you do love it, because Toyota is a reputable brand. They're going to continue to make good products. The Tundra is not going to just blow up on you. But it seems to be that those minority events that do happen have the loudest voices, right? And it scares the crowd. So it's my goal here, be a light in the darkness, give you a positive owner experience. If something goes wrong, I'm going to tell you too. I'm not just some Toyota fanboy that's going to just keep his head up no matter what happens. If something goes wrong with this truck, I'm going to be loud as well. But in the meantime, I'm going to continue giving you my honest opinions. I love the truck. I don't regret buying it. I haven't experienced anything bad up until this point other than some minor details like I disliked, like I mentioned earlier. But I hope me talking about some things in this video is helpful to some of you out there, whether you have a Tundra and you want to just calm your nerves, or whether you're looking to buy one but you don't know because you're scared of those horror stories that have happened. Here we are, 2024 and onward, have a lot less problems than 22 and 23. I've had a great experience thus far. If you love the truck and can afford it, go for it by all means. I don't think you will be disappointed. overall, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. I'm pretty responsive, and I will scroll through those and see what's going on. Give the channel a subscribe, like the video. Appreciate all you guys watching. See you in the next one.